back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today it is the Barnes, Tony, and Riley show. It's a football Friday. How we doing, gentlemen?
We're doing great today, dude. It's Friday. Pretty stoked. Great weekend. A lot of sports to cover. Great Rangers win. Super stoked to be here, dude. Bruins lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about too? We'll do the Ranger breakdown, but we didn't know that Quick was going to start, and then Laviolette. Was referencing, I guess he has a very strong career record against the Oilers.
I guess so. It's kind of interesting that they decided to do that. And obviously it worked out as he pitches a shutout last night. And by gosh, was he looking super impressive too, dude.
No, and it's I'm excited because I wasn't like that crazy about bringing him in. It seems like, he's washed, he's too old, but it just like I think sometimes we confuse backup and a starter, and as a backup experience, and
Right.
I just feel like there's so much more left in the tank than Locke had last year.
I mean, listen, I understand that these, goaltenders are on, the latter part of their careers.
Right. Halak was terrible, especially to start.
No, still no good, Riley. Maybe like try and just really shove it in there. Be careful with it. Like finesse it in. Now I lost Cameron 1 now. Now I lost Cameron 1 and 2, Riley. It's a total shit show over here right now, dude. But anyway, I was saying I don't think Halak and Quick are comparable. Like Jonathan Quick is a Stanley Cup winning goaltender. Like he had some phenomenal years.
Yeah, like Halak was never that good.
Halak was never really like that
good
dude.
to begin with. Yeah. So no, that worked out good, and it was great to see that them get a win. And obviously, we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about
technical difficulties.
Talking about football today. One thing that we missed yesterday, and
Dusty Baker.
Yes. 5 minutes on Dusty. Go.
Dude, I was fucking so pissed off. I forgot to mention. I was thinking about it all day yesterday because how highly I've been talking about Dusty Baker.
Right.
Again, I think, obviously, like for me, I'm not like a million years old, so I wasn't like, aware of his career really until like, not really aware of his career, but I haven't witnessed a lot of his career.
Now, do you remember the World Series against the Angels in 2002 when like his son almost got ran over by the runner and JT Snow picked him up?
I do remember that, yes. Yeah. But again, that's like something like I wasn't there. I wasn't watching in 2002,
Yeah.
So,
it's just crazy the trajectory though. Couldn't do it with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it with the Cubs.
Right.
Couldn't do it with the Reds. Couldn't do it with the Nationals. And then all of a sudden does it in his last stop with
the Astros too. And like such a like extenuating circumstance. I mean, he really obviously people still think what they will think about the Astros, but he like literally like helped them flip the script.
He did.
Like that was huge for the organization. And I mean, he's leaving them in the best possible scenario, honestly.
Yeah. But it is interesting. Now, do they go back to, an AJ Hinch type, a heavy analytical manager? Because I'm sure obviously Dusty, used some analytics. But, I have a feeling, nowhere near, kind of what the new school, manager would do. So it's going to be interesting to see which direction they go in. But obviously, congrats to Dusty, on a great career, all the games that he managed, all the players that he managed, really just a true, Hall of Fame career. And I think, that it was cemented by winning that title last year. And obviously for his sake, it was a shame, he couldn't, go out a champion this year. But the Rangers, just a little too much for the Astros to handle. And I'm sure there'll be a quick, blur about baseball at the end. But I honestly might have to listen to the whole Mad Dog and Leash today. I can't wait to hear what he's gonna say. And I'm sure he's like at the World Series too, because he always does that with high heat. But how nuts he's gonna go about this is the last thing baseball wanted. The ratings are gonna be the worst we've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna say that.
Yeah, and so are you.
But I mean, I think it's probably true. They probably are gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not. It's not going to be as if there's a bigger market team. It's not going to be as if the Dodgers or the Yankees
It just comes with
are
the
in. Yeah, I mean,
Well, I
it's
mean, I guess
unfortunately
the
what it is.
Rangers are in a big market, but I guess just maybe the interest isn't like how it would be
Yeah,
in
no, I
other
wouldn't think so. And
cities.
I mean, again, think about it. I mean, think about. I would imagine the Astros have a larger fan base, and they just got knocked out by the Rangers.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of sour. Like they probably like a lot of the people aren't gonna watch
Yeah.
sour grapes.
And I have a tough time thinking the Diamondbacks have that strong of a fan base.
Riley.
They do have me, yeah. They
Yeah.
do have me. But as a true baseball fan, though, like
Ryan's not a true baseball fan.
I'm sick of watching Astros Dodgers. Like I think it's cool that there's a mix up. Like,
Yeah, I
think
love
it's cool
it,
that we
dude.
have a Rangers Diamondbacks World
That's
Series.
sick,
Like
dude.
it gives anyone can win. It gives them anyone can win.
Yeah, anything can happen,
World
dude.
Series,
Like
yeah.
baseball isn't scripted.
I'm glad
know?
that it's not the usual.
Well,
Yeah.
but also though, it kind of makes me feel good because I definitely feel like I know,
Makes you
you
feel
know, a
good.
good amount of
Like inside?
negative Yankee fans that think like, oh my God, like we're nowhere anywhere close to winning a title. And it's like, it can all change so
Yeah.
quickly.
Should get
You
in.
think and I know they didn't win last year, but you think anybody was saying that when Girardi got fired that the
Yeah.
Phillies would make the World Series?
No.
You think anybody was saying that about the Nationals? Anybody was saying that with the Diamondbacks this year they'd make the
Yeah.
World Series? You don't know. If you knew, you'd be
Right.
rich because you'd be betting
Yeah.
on all the games.
Or honestly, even that the Astros would be going back to the World Series so quickly and winning it, like
Right.
after their whole scandal and everything like that. Also, I will say there's been there's a few callers that call ESPN that are so tight that they're like, oh man, like who's in the World Series now? Just think like the Yankees could have done that. Like the Mets could have. They would have been if they made a wild card spot. They would have beat these teams because the Diamondbacks beat these teams and the Rangers beat these teams. It's like, dude, like shut up. Like you don't know. Like no. Like obviously, first of all, they're not. They didn't make the wild card, so they're not good enough. And also, like no, dude. Like it's so entirely circumstantial, and like it's not like if you put the
Michael
insert Yankees here,
jugging
it's the same
hands,
thing,
ready
dude.
to tell us how Bol is better than Wembanyama. How do you say it? Like
Wanawambe?
Wem-
No. Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
no,
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Okay.
Wembanyama.
And Tony, I was gonna mention though, because you were mentioning the Mets. Did you hear Pham was talking at the World Series about the Mets again?
Tommy
Or no?
Pham again?
Yeah,
What did he say?
they were
No.
talking about it this morning. Just the same thing with the work ethic, and he said the Mets team, like, which is kind of an obvious thing, but maybe not, because obviously they didn't make the playoffs, Diamondbacks in the World Series, but they were way more talented than the Diamondbacks. But the difference is every single player on the Diamondbacks wants to reach their full potential, and the Mets were complacent and not working hard. That's what he said.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know, dude. I think it's a very precarious situation. I mean, I was a fan of Tommy Pham when he was here.
Right.
And
And he was very good this year.
he was very good for the Mets. He was someone who disrupted the Mets in the wild card on the Padres. Like he was a serious issue because he was like the seventh batter in the lineup and he was causing issues. Like he changed the way Scherzer had to pitch to the Padres.
Right.
So I mean, the guy is a good player. I got nothing really against him. I mean, I could see. I mean, obviously, you look at the Mets organization. You look at what they did this season compared to the last season. I mean, there's obviously an issue, right? And I mean, for him to call up players, I mean, I guess it makes sense as to why there's such an issue and to what, I mean, again, like, Buck managed this team to a 100-win season, 2 seasons ago. And then now, like, they didn't even make it 500. Like, it's crazy, So obviously there is an issue. I mean, I would believe that Tommy Pham is correct where the players do have a sense of complacency and that maybe they don't want to reach their full potential. But, I mean, it seems, I don't know why he's bringing it up again, to be honest.
He loves calling out.
You know what was interesting too, though? Remember when he was saying, but Alonso and Lindor, he named them.
Alonso Lindor and Nimmo.
Oh, he did name Nimmo.
Yeah, he did name Nimmo.
Okay.
The first time, anyway.
So I'm just trying to think, though. I mean, other than McNeil, like a regular, I wouldn't think he's talking about Alvarez. Like, who else is left? I'm just like blanking
I have
on.
it must have been like McNeil at that
Right.
point when we talked about it. It must have been him, or maybe it was some of the pitchers too. Maybe it was calling it the pitching staff.
Wait, and then
'Cause
who played third base most of the year?
Brett Beatty, I guess, played most of the year.
But Escobar was on the team to
very
start
little
the
bit,
year.
but he got traded to the Angels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think who else was in the outfield.
Mark Kana.
Kana
Oh, he
ended
got
up getting traded. Obviously, Nimmo played the bulk of the year. You had Stewart out there and right for a little
How
bit.
about Marte?
A little bit of Sterling Marte.
Yeah. So, but I think
A little bit of Fam.
Escobar, and Kana were probably included with that, as well as in terms of not going all out. At least, from what you would think.
Escobar struggled. Kana was like ups and downs. Like he had some big hits, but never consistently good. Marte, I could see someone being complacent.
Wait, who was Navarez got hurt early, and then who else was catching? Nito and anybody else before Alvarez got called up, or no? Or Alvarez kind of got the call early.
Alvarez was up early, starting day. And then it was Narvaez, and then
Nito. And Alvarez. Yeah. So gonna be an interesting, offseason for the Mets. Any concern, Tony, with Alvarez, the slide down the stretch? I mean, he was so on fire to start the year.
No, I don't think so.
Rookie wall,
I'm sure. I mean, listen, there's such a thing as that, especially like when a rookie comes onto the scene so hot, I mean, it's inevitable that he's going to be cooling off and going into a slump, and then it's just about how you react at that point. But I think he's reacting, well enough. I mean, he seems to be, super dedicated. I don't know if you've heard, but like this offseason, he's been like busting his ass to learn English, actually.
Oh, really?
To interact with the media better and the fans. So that's cool. He's someone who's definitely like loves to be a Met. I mean, him and Brett Beatty are like so buddy too. And you saw at the end of the season too, like he started having some better at bats. I think he ended the season well.
Yeah, because he was just on this pace to hit like 50 home runs.
Yeah,
in the middle
ridiculous.
Of the season. It was insane. So basically, I think what you're saying is it's safe to use my 21st round keeper pick on him for my fantasy baseball league next year.
Absolutely, dude. Yep.
What do you think, Riley?
Locking it to lock.
Because I mean, I have a hard time thinking he's not going to be at the minimum. I'm trying to be conservative here. Top 7 fantasy catcher.
Has to be.
With all the home runs that he hits?
Yeah.
Because catcher's a weak position.
Like who?
And then I could keep him for a couple of years. He's so young. So
Sean Murphy.
If he has like 40 home runs or something, I mean, that'll win me the league, basically. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm an Alvarez fan.
Winning the league on a
good keeper league.
On a Met catcher, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because how many keepers you get in your league? One keeper. Okay. Keep him 1 year, or you keep him multiple?
1 year. You can't keep him again.
Okay.
Keepers, dude. Keepers.
For football and everything. Like
football is interesting for keeper because it's so like fluid, I feel like.
Fluid.
I've done so many transactions that I don't have a keeper for next year.
For football.
Whoa.
Yeah. Football would be interesting for keeper. Tony, you think if you played fantasy baseball, you'd like keeper, or you think you'd like the turnover every year?
Yeah, I don't know about the keeper thing. I don't know.
Keeper's cool,
it is, especially because you got like
wow. Brian has Aaron Judge every year.
Well,
no, but you don't want to keep. You don't want to keep someone that you got in like the higher rounds, like,
right?
You want to keep someone with value that you got in the later rounds, so you can still draft in the first
round.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. But so like if you keep your first pick, then you don't get like what?
My friend drafted Garrett Wilson last year in the 10th round of the draft, so he got to keep him, but still get his first round pick, and he picked like. I don't know what he picked, but now he has first round talent, and now his 10th round pick is Garrett Wilson still.
That's really crazy.
Which
is insane.
And I lucked out with Judge because he was coming off a couple injury prone seasons. So I picked him in the 4th round, kept him next year the 3rd round, kept him next year the 2nd round.
You gotta play fantasy football.
Yeah, I could.
No, you would get into it. Honestly,
I think
fantasy football too. It's not like a lot of roster maintenance.
Yeah.
Baseball, I mean, you really have to be on your game.
I remember doing hockey. It was like every day, bro.
Football,
but did you say you enjoyed the roster maintenance or no?
I did a lot. I mean, again, I was like working at the networks. I'd be a lot of talk there.
Yeah,
I'd have some inside info sometimes.
Yeah.
Use it to my benefit.
But yeah, no, fantasy sports, good stuff for sure.
Fantasy sports.
Let's catch up on the comments here.
Of course. We haven't had any comments actually. Josh B, though, early in office says Grand Rising. Let's have a weekend, Michael. # rep the company, # rep the TV, # rep the
and he did text me the picks too. And let's just little teaser here. They took 2 dogs, which is surprising for the company.
So you think they're getting kind of like
they're using the square picks.
Tight at the call outs, you think maybe?
Yeah. Maybe.
We'll see
that was just another call out there.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes for them. Yeah, we'll see a couple. And
love you guys.
Kev Dude says, "Let's go! We want the smoke. Player position. You need a tic tac. # rep the company, rep the TV. Giants or bums. Giant pile of shit. Wow. Let's go Jets.
Do we understand any part of this? A tic tac.
Do you need a tic tac? Did you
favorite flavor growing up? What was it?
Tic tac?
Yeah,
orange.
I wasn't a big tic tac, but the white.
Orange, definitely. White was bitter.
White was so delicious,
bitter.
so good, so good.
Yeah, the mint one was gross.
Yeah, mint one was amazing.
I think I spit it out sometimes.
Orange was bullshit.
Orange was like you would eat 4 packs at a time.
No, stop it, dude. Stop it. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
How about the cinnamon? Christmas time, little red and green action.
You're drinking all the worst flavors.
What the fuck?
It's
bro?
much. It's overwhelming,
no, it's not
Tony.
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
You guys have bad taste buds. Your taste buds are
orange
immature.
was candy.
No, the orange
Orange
it's
was
all candy.
Orange was candy.
It's not all candy.
What else we got?
My mother says, good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks, Mom. Jenny V says, good morning, fellas. Let's go.
Bernie! Can't wait to see you Monday, bud.
Matt Ryan says,
Islander
good
game.
morning. How are you? I'm well.
How are
Matthew.
you?
How are
we know you can't wait to talk about Zach Wilson. I guess
dude.
it is a good segue, Tony. Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Mako Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again.
Mahomes escaping, on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones, oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right, so week 8, beginning last night, we saw the Buffalo Bills hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Bills hanging on here 24-18. We'll show the play in a sec. But the Bucs missing a really good opportunity to win this game. Chris Godwin wide open on a Hail Mary pass, but did not turn around in time to catch the ball. So the Bucs, fall to 3-4. The Bills go to 5-3. And really, when you look at this game, the Bills really controlled it, especially in the first half. They went into the locker room, up 24-10. So, you just felt like, they were really in control, and it didn't seem, or 17-10, my bad. Yeah, 17-10, but and they were getting the opening kickoff to start the third. So it just, you didn't feel like the Bucs had a shot. They had a couple drives where they moved the ball pretty good, but the offensive line, we talk about like the Giants offensive line and all these bad offensive lines around the football league. The Bucs seem like one of the worst. And I know Wirfs left the game a little bit, ended up coming back, but they're also missing, I think, a left tackle, or left guard that was out last night. So Baker constantly under pressure, but did a good job of getting the ball out and, was able to limit it to 3 sacks if that's such a thing. But you look at the scoring here, Bills long 4.5-minute drive resulted in a Bass field goal. So the Bucs, well known to have that tough red zone defense. So that made it 3-0. Second quarter, about 4 minutes in, the Bills on a short field after a big punt return, 5 plays, 23 yards. Josh Allen scrambling to the outside, which he does so effectively, made it 10-0. And then Chase McLaughlin, after missing a 51-yard field goal earlier, which was one of the worst field goal attempts I've ever seen, but it was blocked. It was funny too, because we were watching it at the sports book, and like everyone's like, oh no, he just shanked it. I'm like, no, there's no way. Like, it was going to be a miss anyway, but it was slightly tipped, but it looked like that was going way left when they did the replay. So I was like, they're lining him up for 57. Are you kidding? But he makes the field goal, makes it 10-3. Bucs get the ball back again on a short field on that interception, which was crazy. How many balls were hitting off shoulder pads and they're catching
so many?
them?
Unbelievable. Like, what's going on?
So that was a big play. Let the Bucs back in the game. Chris Godwin, a 3-yard touchdown Bass, tying the game at 7. But then the Bills, 9 plays, 75 yards. Dalton Kincaid, we talked about him yesterday, stepping in for Dawson Knox, who was put on IR. 22-yard touchdown pass, made it 17-10. The Bills in the third quarter, on their opening drive, go 9 plays, 75 yards, capped off by Gabe Davis. 4-yard touchdown pass from Josh Allen. That was the only scoring in the third quarter, made it 24-10. But then the Bucks, I've never seen a drive take this much time in a 17 play drive, 92 yards, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. And the whole thing is there was a couple of penalties that kept the drive going. And then on the touchdown pass, and I think this is where we bring in the video, Tony, if you would, Mike Evans 24-yard touchdown pass on 4th down. The Bucks, their last shot here off the shoulder pads was really a ridiculous play.
It kind of was a pretty crazy play.
I think that's the
this is
that
the
the play?
This is the
4th and 10.
Yeah, 4th and 10. That is the play. Okay, hold on, stand by. All right, here we go. Is this the this is the play before? All right, cool. Let's bring it in here. Start running it back. All right, so this is that play. This is the third and 10.
Down. So now,
now it's
last
4th and 10,
gasp effort here.
Last gasp.
You're thinking, no way.
No way. And the push right there, dude.
And Evans, who didn't get the ball all game.
I know.
Sean McDermott taking away their best player makes that touchdown catch was ridiculous. And you see hitting off the helmet right to
ridiculous.
Evans. So the awareness that Chris Godwin didn't have at the end of the game. And then if they're going to show the 2-point conversion, that was also another one.
What did you think about him?
Hit off the shoulder
about
pads.
him complaining about this push off here, though, like right there.
Oh, play it. I don't think that was really anything. He didn't even move.
It created no separation.
And then the 2-point, drops back. You're thinking, no way. Why are they going for 2? It doesn't make sense. And then, in the air.
Oh, my God, dude. I know, so ridiculous, dude.
With the 2-point conversion. So I had never seen that many balls off shoulder pads. The interception earlier in the game. And then the Bucks defense here, unable to make a stop early, but late they are able to make a stop, which gave the Bucks one more Hail Mary attempt here. And I think it was after this play, they had a couple short incompletions. Baker somehow working, out of trouble here.
Eli Manning.
And then here's the Hail Mary. Or no, still one more.
Look at that. They're really working that sideline, huh?
So drops back 3, 2, 1. I didn't even think Baker could throw it this far. Gets it to the end zone. Chris Godwin right there.
Oh my God. That was
dude.
A great throw.
What the hell,
throw.
Dude?
I didn't think, like I said, I didn't think he could throw it that
was
far.
A bomb.
And then I don't know how Godwin doesn't turn around on that.
What is he thinking? I guess he kind of is like, oh, okay.
But how does he not see the ball when he turned around?
Oh my God.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a perfect. Could you imagine what we'd be talking about today? The Bills going to 4-4, losing on this play.
Oh my God, dude! I mean, just like look at this. He's right there.
Oh my! I don't like that. Was way closer than the Randall Cobb Hail Mary against the Patriots.
That's crazy, dude.
So a tough loss there for the Bucks.
Tough loss, dude.
It was amazing. That they were able, though, to hang in this long. And the Bills offense, kind of went stale there in the second half. I know there were a lot of long drives by both teams, but only 7 points in the second half. I mean, after a game like this, they hang on by the skin of their teeth. Does this – I don't know what this really shows us about the Bills. It seems like they should like Tony was like suggesting yesterday that they should blow them out by multiple touchdowns. They don't. Is that anything to be concerned with moving forward? I know a win is a win. I get it. But if you play this type of game against a better team, what's it going to look like?
I don't know. Well, I don't know, man. I feel like they played a good game. A couple mistakes here and there. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the Bucks had one good drive the whole game, really, that lasted 7.5 minutes, that ended in a touchdown. And it was kind of like, again, like you said it, like balls off of shoulders, off of helmets, like –
Fourth down penalties
in a row,
dude, 2 in a row.
That drive, they just shoot themselves in the foot. And I understand it is the Bills' fault, but like a drive like that is never it doesn't happen that often, So like in my eyes, like the Bills could have easily, it should have ended 24-10. If anything, the Bills should get the ball back at that point in the fourth quarter. It could have even scored again.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I really think that this score it doesn't represent how the Bills played, to be honest. So I don't know. I think the Bills played pretty good. I mean, Josh Allen still had 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 rushing. I don't know. He played a good game again, and they dealt with a lot of different injuries coming into this game. Like we talked about it yesterday. I think to survive, to come out of this game like this, I don't know. I think it does speak some nice words about the Bills. And I know that again, I don't think Allen having a good game, sure, but like he didn't hit his potential. Like he didn't hit his ceiling in this game either. So I don't know, man. I mean, I still think that the ceiling is higher for the Bills here. And of course, like as you know, they get some guys back from injury. I mean, they're going to be even better. So,
I mean, there's something about this team this year where it's just not scaring me. It's like it used to be like you're playing the Bills. You almost think about them like Kansas City, like they are the top of the AFC. This year, like it's not like holy shit, we're playing the Bills. It's like, oh, we're gonna play the Bills. Like, there's just something not scary about them this year, and that could be with their injuries on defense. No Milano, no like their defense is injured.
Yeah, no Tre'Davious White.
The big thing is to me, I think the inconsistency of Josh Allen is a true thing. Like even last night, understand played well last night, still threw a pick last night. Like he's still not having those perfect games. He's gonna make it. He makes a mistake once a game. He's gonna throw a pick once a game. That's just what his stats say this year. He's inconsistent. The running game for them, I mean, they got Latavius Murray. Like, it's just very interesting. Like, last night, Gabe Davis looked good. Do they have a real wide receiver 2 option? Sometimes he does nothing. Sometimes he does.
Right, exactly.
It's like this team's offense is up and down. The defense is up and down. The whole team's up and down. So I just think this year, Bills less scary than they used to be.
And one thing that I think would help, and I understand you have Josh Allen running and throwing, so there's not a lot of room for the running back to get a lot of carries. But I think you got to give Cook as many carries as possible. He's explosive.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Explosive. And especially with it seemed like they were able to run the ball with these. I think the average, I don't know if it was like 4.6 yards per carry, whatever it was. I just think he looked really good. And you compare it to like the Bucs. They weren't really the line just couldn't give Rachaad White any time. And it's funny too, kind of watching from afar, not paying close attention to their other games. I was thinking like, oh, he's not that good. But you saw last night when he got the ball in space, he can move, he's shifty. You got to create lanes for him. I mean, that's all it is. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think it's a big litmus test going up against Cincinnati next week. And obviously they have the advantage here, kind of a mini bye, playing on a Thursday. But like just thinking ahead to that one, and I know we're getting ahead of ourselves. I mean, who do you guys kind of like favor in that game? I mean, obviously Cincinnati, the home field advantage, but they've been inconsistent in their own right.
We got to see what they do this week.
That's true.
Honestly,
it's a big limit test for Cincinnati too. Like they can beat. Like they had the bad start to the season. If they can beat the Niners now and then they go in and beat Buffalo, it's like, oh, they're fully back. Like they're what we thought they would be. So
exactly.
I got to see what they do this week. Yeah. I do still think the Bengals are a very good team. That's just where my head's at. We'll see.
Kind of a must-win for them this week, honestly.
And imagine if Sam Darnold beats them.
Yeah, like who are you gonna
crazy?
Who are they gonna beat in the playoffs if they lose to the Niners and lose to the Bills and they lost early in the season? It's like. You've lost all the good teams, so this is a real test for the Bengals. I still think Burrow is a more consistent quarterback than Josh Allen. And if he plays to his best, I think they can beat the Bills too. I don't think the Bills are that good.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens, but it's our favorite time of the week.
Oh,
football frenzy.
Week 8, ladies and gentlemen.
The music. Did we lose it? Did we lose the music?
Oh, God, Riley.
There's no way we lost the music.
ESPN Prime. Right there, lower left.
Yes. Thank you.
God. We go, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Week 8. Let's freaking go. We're going to be starting early and often here. Our 1 o'clock game, baby. Our game of the day. It's our boys, the Jets, CBS, rolling into MetLife Stadium. They're home, but they're away because the Giants are hosting here. 2-5 Giants. The 3-3 Jets. They're 500. They have Zach Wilson. What do you think, Brian?
I think we need to do it.
Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets.
You're the New York Jets here. You're 3-3. You're coming off the bye. You're playing a Giants team that has injuries all over the ball, can't protect the quarterback. Their starting left tackle the last couple of weeks was on his couch a couple weeks ago. I guess Andrew Thomas will be back, but that doesn't matter. Looks like Tyrod Taylor's going to play. He's a backup quarterback. you need to win this game. You need to set the tone. And I know I've been talking about the Giants have looked better the last couple of weeks, but I think this is a completely different animal. I think the Jets are going to be focused. It's going to be a big adds, getting Sauce and DJ Reed back.
Let's fucking go.
So I think they'll limit the Giants to, maybe 10 to 14 points. And I think offensively, they're going to run the ball a lot. I think Breece Hall goes over 100 yards. They find creative ways to get the ball to Garrett Wilson. The defense steps up. Maybe it's close at the half, 13-10.
That's right.
But the Jets
Matthew Ryan
pulling away here. We're going to go 24-13.
Absolutely love the score there, Brian. Can't wait to watch the game. That's 1 o'clock.
Slightly
CBS.
Going over, by the way. 36.5 is the total. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a low total.
That's a very low total. Doesn't matter, though. They're going to win. Whatever. Next game here, 1 o'clock on FOX. We have your LA Rams rolling into AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Your Cowboys, who are 4-2, undefeated at home. They're hosting Matt Stafford, who desperately needs a win here to bring his team back to 500. What do you think, Brian?
All right, so the Rams coming off a disappointing loss at the hands of the Steelers last week. The Cowboys, were able to take care of business against the Chargers last time out. Coming off their bye week here. And I look at this game and, it's funny. You would think Dallas has the better football team, but I could just see a scenario, where the Rams end up, with the upset here. And I definitely say, regardless of anything, if you're looking to bet in this game, it's the 6 point. You could buy it up to 7. And I think, if Dallas is able to pull it out, maybe it's a field goal. But I think it makes sense to go with the dog here, Tony. Go with the Rams. Total set at 45.5. I think Stafford gets Nakua and Kupp going. And I think you see a little weakness in this Dallas secondary without Trey Diggs, with Gilmore being the number 1 corner up there in age. And I think the Rams take care of business here. So take the over. Take the Rams. And we're going to say 31-21.
Love it there. Continuing there, 1 o'clock on FOX. You have your Vikings. Minnesota's rolling into Lambeau Field to take on the Green Bay Packers. Kirk Cousins got that dog in him. Minnesota's here minus 1.5. Jordan Love kind of sucks here. Over under set at 42. Brian, tickets as low as 108.
This is tough. A rivalry game. NFC North. Normally, the Packers have done well against the Vikings, but Jordan Love just has not looked good. The running game hasn't been the same this year. Aaron Jones has played the last 2 weeks, but on a limited snap count. A.J. Dillon lacks that explosiveness you want at the running back position. And the Vikings, they're coming off a big win against the Niners. So they're actually a favorite here at 1.5. Jordan Addison, that big touchdown before the half. Alexander Madison had a good game last week as well. They have T.J. Hawkinson. So I think they easily take care of the Packers here. Maybe Matt LaFleur. I know he's had mainly success in Green Bay. They missed the playoffs last year. A loss here would go to 2-5. Maybe his seat starts getting warm.
Maybe.
But give me the Vikings here. We're going to say 28-10.
Oh, yeah. All right. Love that pick. The Vikings. Kirk Cousins. Speaking of Kirk Cousins, moving on now. Atlanta Falcons over there at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Murmurs. Derrick Henry getting traded this week. Murmurs. People saying Desmond Ridder really isn't that bad of a quarterback. Brian, what do you think? Atlanta minus 2.5.
Yeah. You got to go with Atlanta. I think there's a lot of questions in Tennessee. They don't know. It looks like Tannehill's out, so it's going to be a combination of Levis and Willis, which the sum of that parts is even less than Desmond Ridder, if you can even imagine that. So
35 and
I
a
think
half
with all the
over.
distractions here, maybe Henry gets dealt before the game. Who knows? DeAndre Hopkins might be on his way out as well. But I think the Titans get embarrassed here at home. And I think the Falcons run all over them. Let's say Bijan. I know he was under the weather last week. I think Algier gets some run. I think they run for 200 yards at Nissan Stadium and shut out the Titans. We're going to say 20-0.
20-0.
I
Wow,
love it.
dude.
I love it.
Riley loves it. He's
Running
riled,
the ball.
dude. Running the ball. Let's go. Still 1 o'clock here. Back over to FOX. The battle of the 3 and 4 teams here. Your Saints are going into Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis as the Colts host them. Derek Carr I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Line's even right now. Over under is 43.5, Brian.
I think if there's one thing that we've seen
Gardner.
is you can't trust Derek Carr. Both teams want to win in the worst way. Get back to 500. We're near halfway through the season. Kind of have a reset here. Try to make the playoffs. And I just think the Colts have a better football team. I think part of it's Carr. Part of it's the offensive line. Part of it is not being in sync with the receivers.
In sync?
And I think Jonathan Taylor has the best game of this season so far.
Wow.
He goes for $150.
Yes.
Minshew throws for 3 touchdowns.
What?
Maybe Dennis Allen's seat getting a little hot. Maybe Jameis Winston coming off the pine. But I'm going to say Indy 35-21 over the Saints.
Unbelievable, dudes. All right, here we go. We're going over to Riley's team here. The Patriots, they're in Miami. They're probably partying it up. Mac Jones, the women, the distractions, the Dolphins, undefeated at home.
Yeah, I mean, you look at
Miami
this
minus
game.
9.5.
You look at this game. The Patriots, even at their peak, even with Tom Brady, terrible track record at Hard Rock Stadium. So I don't expect that to be any different here. The Dolphins, they were in front of the whole country last week and lost that one to the Eagles. They really want to bounce back here. I know the Patriots feel good. They beat the Bills. But I think to keep up with Miami offensively, it's an entirely different beast. I don't think they stand a chance. And I know, it's not usually smart to lay big lines, but I think you laid this one with ease. And we're going to say Miami 41-10 over the Patriots.
Lay it with ease. With ease, Riley. All right, moving on here. Still in the 1 o'clock time slot here as we have the Jacksonville Jaguars marching into Pittsburgh, baby. Renee's favorite team. The Steelers are hosting the Jags, who are undefeated on the road this season. Jags are at minus 2.5. Trevor Lawrence is hungry. Travis Etienne is angry. And the over-under is set at 41 points.
All right. This is one of those. You look at this, the sum of the parts, offense, defense. Jacksonville, definitely a better team than the Steelers. We don't know what the deal is with Kenny Pickett. Sometimes he looks competent. Sometimes he looks horrendous. Najee Harris doesn't seem like he has the same burst. They've been running the ball with Warren a little more. And like I said, it doesn't make sense. But this is almost like the Capitals pick that I made the other night. I'm going with the Steelers at home. Jacksonville's winners of 4 in a row. I think they're due to slip up. I think this is a tough spot. So give me the Steelers in a close one, 20-17 over Jacksonville.
You proud of yourself, Brian?
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, let's go, baby. Continuing now, 1 o'clock. A divisional game here as the Eagles are going to FedEx Field to take on the Commanders, the Commies. The tush push 6-1, only lost to the Jets, by the way. Philly -7, actually. Kind of surprising. I feel like that line would be a little bit bigger here. Over-under set at 43.5. Do the Commanders have what it takes to make the upset? Right?
Well, you look at this game last time. The Commanders had a huge lead when they played a couple weeks ago in Philly. Eagles end up winning in overtime. So I think that's why it's not a bigger line. Plus, road games are hard to win.
They're hard.
But I think this is one of those games where the Commanders show their true colors. I know right now it seems like, well, they're a competitive football team. They're around 500. But this is the 6-win, maybe 7-win team at best. Eagles are so far out in front of them, and I think they learned their lesson from the last time that they played. So I say easily lay the 7 with Philadelphia here. And I'm going to say 35-17.
Absolutely love it. Speaking of how to learn your lesson, the final 1 o'clock game, the Panthers, the defeated team, 0-6 right now, are going to be playing the Texans in Carolina here, in Charlotte, North Carolina. CJ Stroud, the it man right now, I feel like, for the Texans. Brian, what do you think here? Panthers?
The Texans have done a great job. We have to give credit where credit's due. DeMeco Ryans, the first-year head coach, former linebacker for the team. CJ Stroud coming in as a rookie. Not easy to throw for 9 touchdowns and 1 interception through 6 games. One of those things, again, it doesn't make any sense. The Panthers don't look any good, but I think they are due for a win. Bryce Young, a lot of losing this year after a lot of winning at Alabama. So I think what they'll do here is they're going to be heavy on the ground, limit Young's mistakes.
Boots in the ground.
I think Miles Sanders will be back for this one, but they'll do a platoon with Chubba Hubbard to keep both backs fresh. I think they combine for 170. Young does a little play action, gets Adam Thielen involved.
Adam Thielen.
And the Panthers 28, the Texans 24. Take the over.
Brian's on something today, I think. I don't know, man.
You can't chalk it. You can't go chalk, Tony. That's how you lose.
Can't go chalk, dude?
No.
All right.
No.
Fine.
Chalk guy.
Let's go. Moving over to the afternoon games, my favorite games of the day. It's 4 o'clock. You're getting nice and toasty here as the Seattle Seahawks are taking on the Cleveland Browns. Browns, obviously great defense. Seahawks, Geno Smith, obviously Pete Carroll. Both 4-2 teams here. I think this is going to be a nice little game here. Seattle -3, over under 38. What do you think?
Yeah, and I don't believe, fellas, we have any clarity on Deshaun Watson.
Negative.
But it kind of seems like trending towards not playing.
Yeah.
I guess he was cleared to go back in last week, but he didn't think he could, operate at full capacity, whatever that means. So it is kind of tough. But then again, obviously they were able to beat San Francisco with PJ Walker. They beat Indianapolis last week with PJ Walker. So one of those things again, they've definitely played like a better football team than Seattle. Myles Garrett is a complete animal. But I just think they're due to not have a strong game here, kind of like a game they had against Baltimore, 28-3. I think Seattle gets the pass rush going. Jamal Adams, back from concussion, I think is going to have a big game. 2 sacks, and then Kenneth Walker running it. I'm going to say he goes for $140. Geno finds DK Metcalf, who's coming back from the rib injury this week, for 2 touchdowns. And Seattle will beat the Browns here. We're going to say 24-10.
I like it. That's a good pick right there. 24-10. Nice and easy. Now it's time for this. Is probably going to be Brian's favorite game of the day, honestly, because his Kansas City Chiefs, who are undefeated on the road, are going to the Mile High Stadium here. It's Russ Wilson. They're riding Mr. Unlimited, baby. Unlimited. Kansas City -7, Brian. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, I mean, last time we had this matchup on Thursday Night Football. It was a lot closer than we expected. I mean, Broncos, were in it the whole way. I think this is going to be a little different. Seems like Mahomes has really started to play better. Isaiah Pacheco, the running back, has done a good job on the ground as well. And unfortunately, it's plastered all over our screens. But Travis Kelce has had a couple good games recently as well. And they
do you
won
always not like him now?
16. I don't like all the stuff, but I still enjoy watching him play the game. But the Broncos looking to move past this 16-game losing streak, which is one better than the Jets and the Patriots scenario. But not right now. It's not going to happen. The Chiefs, I think, with ease in this one. The Broncos, they've given up a ton of yards. I don't think they give up 70 like they did to Miami, but they give up 38. And they only score 17, and the Chiefs run away with this one.
Yeah, I think Peyton's a fucking Chief, honestly, right now. That's just me. Anyway, moving on here. 4:25 time slot. We have the Baltimore Ravens. I know a team that was definitely rumored to be looking at Derrick Henry. They're going to be in Arizona, in Glendale, taking on the Cardinals, who are 1-6. Ravens, I mean, people are talking about Jackson. Like, there's a lot of murmurs out there of how good he is and how this Ravens team could be a sneaky threat in the playoffs. Brian, what do you think about them this week, though?
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to have an issue here. I know Arizona has competed in some games, the one win against Dallas, and then, almost being the Giants there, the 20-0 lead that they blew at the half. But I think the Ravens will overwhelm them, and I think Lamar has one of those games we really haven't seen them have too many of the last couple of years. I think, maybe 4 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 2 in the air, maybe 400 total yards. And I think the Ravens, with ease, 35-14 over the Cardinals.
With ease, he says. All right, 4:25 still. Your Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow in Santa Clara, California, the 49ers. Sam Darnold's redemption game here. What do you think, Brian?
Well, the one thing is we're not sure that Darnold is going to play. I
But
guess
he is.
as of yesterday, go to Purdy's page, because yesterday I think Kyle Shanahan, was saying that he does have enough time to get cleared, and he was officially a limited practice participant Thursday. The one thing that I'm confused about, though, since they changed concussion protocol, hasn't nobody made it back the same week? Especially he played on Monday. How could he be cleared for Sunday?
As someone that's had concussions, I don't know how that's a thing. I was out for 2-3 weeks. I don't know how they come back the same week. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, again, concussions are iffy in the sense where it is circumstantial, and it's about if you're showing symptoms or not. But dude, it's Thursday. He hasn't been cleared to. I'm assuming he hasn't hit. You have to hit before you play. He's not playing.
I think it's window dressing. It's like the Giants with Daniel Jones. So we will say Sam Darnold, Tony, gets the start, and a big start that it is. The Niners, a little bit of a reeling situation. Losers of 2 straight.
Darnold.
And really just did not look themselves. I mean, losing to 2 inferior teams. The Vikings, the Browns, dealing with the Debo injury. McCaffrey, though, able to gut through that oblique. You have Brandon Ayuk. You have a good defense. And you have, Tony, Sam Darnold. We've been waiting for this moment for a while. And I think Darnold steps in.
Samuel.
Good coaching staff. Good support around him. George Kittle, I'm sure, will be a safety valve. Sam Darnold, 300 through the air. 3 touchdowns. The Niners 28. The Bengals 24.
Trade Zach Wilson right now. Get Sam Darnold back.
I do honestly.
Stop it.
I know everyone's going to yell at me.
That's ridiculous.
But I do think Sam Darnold's better.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's kind of ridiculous to me. But anyway, speaking of not good quarterbacks here, we're moving on to our prime time game, 8:20 NBC. I can't wait to hear Collinsworth just talk about nonsense for 3 hours, dude. You have the Bears and a stupid fucking sweater vest. The Bears.
The Chicago Bears football team.
Stadium.
It hasn't been pretty.
The Chargers. This is going to be a horrific matchup. Over-unders at 46.5, though. Expecting the Chargers to blow them out, I guess, at 8.5. Minus 8.5 for the Chargers here. Herbert, underwhelming season. The Chargers, Herbert's great. The coaching is bad. The team is bad. The Bears are bad. Chris Collinsworth is bad.
That's good.
What's up, Brian? Chris Collinsworth's son also bad.
You got to look at numbers here, though. The Chargers are not going to cover 8.5. I can tell you that right now. They're going to win the game,
6-6,
but they're not going to. They're not going to cover. So I think, and also really Tyson Bagent, however you want to say his name, has actually looked good for a Division II quarterback. So I think what happens here, I could see the Bears actually going up early. Chargers kind of, in disarray, maybe down 14-10.5. But then, I think they end up winning, let's say 27-21.
All right. That's it right there. That's your frenzy. That
is
week 8
football frenzy.
Just like that.
Week 8. We do have some picks to make, but we also have a lot of comments if you want to catch up on those first.
Oh, yeah, certainly. A ton of comments here. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Matthew Ryan, Zach Wilson needs to win a game. Thank you, Matthew Ryan. Hot Take Giant says, good morning, gentlemen. Shout out to the company. And Downtime TV. Let's go. Let's tonight.
Go.
Rangers tomorrow and Giants versus Jets on Sunday. Let's fucking go, he says. Then Matt Ryan says, Jets have a shot at the division if Zach can handle it. Thank you, Matthew. Stop it, dude. Hot Take Johnny says, Matthew, no, they don't. And then Matthew says, Hot Take Johnny, they will destroy the Giants. And then right through Ryan also says, Minshew. And then Hot Take Johnny claps back, says, Matthew, they may very well beat the Giants, but they aren't winning the division. Josh B confirms Watson out for a few weeks.
Yeah, not sure how long the injury will linger.
Not sure. Concussion's always tough.
Walker hasn't practiced this week as well. So Josh B on top of the injuries. I'll do more research next time. PJ Walker.
And then Matthew Ryan says, Hot Take Johnny, I think they have a shot at the playoffs. And then again, they're just conversating. Matthew definitely would have a shot at the wild card, maybe. And then he says, Matthew Ryan, if we have a shot at the playoffs, I think Zach will win them games, and then move on. And then Zach, I am back on that train.
A lot of hypotheticals.
Hot Take Johnny also says, Matthew, would you take Tyrod over Zach right now? If you could? No, stop it. Why would you even say that? Why? No, I wouldn't, dude. But
Like
Brian,
Dobbs, though,
Brian
would be interesting. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'd take him. I'd say be interesting.
Would you take him?
It'd be interesting.
Would you take them? Answer the question.
I guess no, just because he's 34 years old. Zach Wilson's 24. I mean, maybe.
24.
How is it an I guess? Wouldn't it be a snap?
Well, just because I like the way that Tyrod's played. And I've always actually liked Tyrod Taylor. And I know, yes, he's never going to be upper echelon, of course, but I think he works hard. And I think there's something to be said about that. Unlike some of the New York Mets, Tony. Okay.
So you're deflecting at its finest is a ridiculous statement, dude. You know, you take Tyrod Taylor, you go make your own team, Brian.
I said I would take Wilson. I said I would take Wilson. All I said is that it would be interesting to see.
Would you
There's
take
two differences.
Would you take Mac over Zach?
No.
Just because he's a Patriot, that's why.
No, that's not why. He just looks so bad. If you asked me after his rookie year, I would have said yes.
How about last week?
The playoffs. Last week, but I just think that
he's a better thrower.
I've seen too much bad this year. It just makes me too nervous.
Yeah, he made way more mistakes than Zach last week.
So
no, we did not.
Just had a bye last week.
So we do have the picks of the company. And as we know, they have the half game lead.
What do they got?
11-7. You got downtime over here, 10-7-1.
You got downtime over here.
So they go
Brian's a company
with
man
the
now.
Rams +6, the Vikings +1.5, and then the Monday Night Football pick, which they seem to like doing for whatever reason.
The Lions
-8.
Took the
Lions -8. So Rams, Vikings, and Lions.
They took the Lions to cover -8.
Yeah,
Kev dude must have been fucking tight.
Oh yeah, he definitely didn't sign off on
right.
that.
There's no way.
I'll tell you
the
that
Rams
much.
pick is great.
The Rams pick is great, especially after the tough loss last week.
Yeah, you were hot on the Rams.
But so how we divvying up the selections here, fellas?
As normal, right? You'll take one, I'll take one, and then maybe Riley takes one.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
I think you do.
They
took Rams, Vikings,
and Lions.
So we're not taking the same games, right? You gotta pick.
Yeah, we're gonna pick different games.
Okay.
I'll go first. And
Pick the Jets.
Yes,
Obviously.
of course. Lock of the century. Let's see it, Zach.
Honestly.
And then it doesn't have to be interesting with Tyrod.
And then if not, if not, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, but win the game. But yeah, I'm confident about that. Only a 3-point spread. So give me the Jets -3.
All right, I like that. I like that. Jets -3. Let's see, dude. The Panthers, you think in the get right spot? I don't know. I don't see it. Give me the Texans to cover 3 points. Easy money.
Trying to show me up here.
Yeah, I am a little bit, dude. Yeah, that's right.
That's right, dude.
Which leaves Riley sitting here next to me. I know he's hot on the Bengals right now. That would be a nice dog.
No, I'm actually gonna go with. Scroll up a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Eagles -7 against the Commanders.
Yep.
So we're picking the favorites this week.
We are picking the favorites, but they're smart picks. Besides the Texans, no, I get it though. Body of work, it makes sense.
Besides the Texans,
no, but I'm saying body of work, it makes sense. All I'm saying is it just these terrible teams just randomly they have good games.
No, I agree.
There's no explanation.
Well, that
for
gets me nervous about the Commanders Eagles game. But I just think the Eagles are.
What I think they're tight about last time. They probably were embarrassed that they barely won.
Yeah,
barely won.
I don't know. I like CJ Stroud though.
I do like CJ Stroud.
So,
but Adam Thielen has really had a resurgent season in Carolina.
He's nuts in fantasy.
And then Chuba Hubbard has looked good as well. So that's our 3 picks here: Jets, Texans, Eagles, and then the company goes with Rams, Vikings, and Lions. So now it is time for our personals, Tony. We'll do our standard draft here. You go first. What do we got?
It's tough, dude. I guess give me the Niners. I think the Niners. Darnold, let's go. Darnold. 4. -4.
All right, so 49ers.
Okay with you?
Of course.
You seem kind of thrown off by that.
No. There was I didn't understand what Josh was talking about. I don't know if you could pull that up.
Oh, I can pull it up right now if he wants. He says you can take the same game if you guys want. LOL, I went back to the 3 member picks just so it happens. It was the Monday game again.
Oh, because he was saying because Riley was asking. That's why Josh said that.
Yeah.
No, Monday. I was just kind of joking around about Monday.
Commanders always play the
He hates
Eagles
that pick.
close.
Yeah,
Josh hates that pick.
Dude, there's a lot riding on that pick for you. Specifically.
For me?
Yeah, I mean, you picked the pick.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fully behind it. hope you are. Are you fully behind it?
That was some aggression out of Tony.
No, I am fully behind it.
Okay.
I'm 110% behind it.
Same team.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Let's do it,
Wow,
Let's
Tony,
go.
what was behind that? Honestly, though, a little scud at Michael there.
I'm just trying to have fun. It's Friday.
You're trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Friday
Is it okay if I have fun?
I don't know. Is it? Yeah.
No. Brian typically is stupid game.
Wow. Jeez. All right. So I'm gonna go with give me the Dolphins. I think they're gonna smack around the Pats. 9.5 or not. I'll take it.
All right, fine. My next pick? Because you left it there. I'll take the Jets. Let's go. What do we do?
Okay.
You don't want the Jets to win, dude.
No, you know what it is? I just feel like I need to make different
Jets.
picks than the other picks, but you technically don't have to. So.
Technically, what? No, yeah.
Okay.
No, you really don't think like we
No, you can, because I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna
okay.
take my favorite pick of the week, Rams +6. Riley's all over it as well.
Love it.
He does love the Rams, dude.
So
But I feel like you've been hot in the Rams too, like all season. You love Stafford, the
Puka
grit.
Nakua and
Puka
Cooper
Nakua,
Kupp.
yeah.
I mean,
You're so
Yeah,
right
yeah,
about their secondary too. Dallas is secondary with Puka.
oh
and
my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
no. I know it. I can
Tyler
sense these
Higbee
things.
sliding over to
Wow.
Atwell.
Yes,
Weapons.
100%. All right, so third and final, Tony.
Yes, third and final. Give me the oof. Yeah, I'll take it. Give me the Jags. Minus
Pats?
2.5. Yeah, against the Steelers. Easy. What?
Patriots.
No. Stop it, dude. Stop. Jags.
all
Jags.
right.
I love the
And
Jags.
then-
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah,
Good
give me the Falcons. I think the Titans are in disarray.
Wow.
Maybe Vrabel. I've always thought
Interesting,
Vrabel
dude.
was. I don't know. I know you have a little different kind of spin. I'm sure, Riley, because he comes from New England here. But
Yeah, I want him in.
You want him? What?
I want him to coach Patriots.
To coach the Patriots.
Yeah.
But like, is it just me
Mike,
though,
look at Mike
or
over
has he
there
not?
judging?
Yeah.
Has he always had a mediocre in terms of volume offense since he's been the head coach of the Titans? Though
No, I mean he's a defensive coach. I feel like.
I don't know if he's not bringing in the right guys, right quarterbacks. I mean,
Also, I mean the DeAndre Hopkins signing looks awful right
Yeah,
now.
it does
Yeah,
look
I
so
mean,
freaking bad,
I-
dude. Oh wow, Mike with the scuds now. The
yeah, but he didn't do an
aggressiveness.
evil laugh, so it's different.
Yeah, but did you hear him laugh? That's what Mike sounded like though when he laughed before.
No, I'm actually joking.
No, but it was like when you imitated the person calling in on the radio yesterday. It was terrible, Tony.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's not cool.
They're from
Did
New
you
York.
hear that guy?
You're
But
not good.
You
I
didn't hear
don't
him.
need to hear him. It's like
No,
the
yes,
Staten
you do. What
Island
are you
No,
talking
you're not
about?
good.
Stop it with the
You're not
pizza,
good.
dude.
No. Actually, I want to bring it, Michael. Not about that though,
Talk
but
to
about
me.
how Tony's telling me when you say to somebody, "I'm going into the city," that you could be talking about Staten Island. Is that the most
Never.
ridiculous thing you've ever heard? Please,
You're never
please. It's
talking about
embarrassing. He can't even control himself.
Wait, Tony. Come on, bud. You know nobody's saying that.
Dude, you guys are despicable, honestly. I get it.
Do you
I get
believe
it.
that?
No, I get it because you guys are upset because the places you come from
Wait,
are kind
no,
of
but come
trash.
on.
And
Yeah,
they're-
it's-
that's not even-
that's
no, no,
embarrassing,
It has nothing to
Tony.
do with
It's
that.
nothing
like
to do with it.
embarrassing.
Turn it down, my
It's
friend.
so embarrassing.
What
It
is
really
embarrassing,
Thank you.
dude?
To say that, oh, I'm going to the city. What part of Staten Island are you going to?
No,
like,
see,
nobody's going to say
first of all, I never
that.
said that.
Why are you on
okay?
this
First
side?
of all, everyone calm down. Take a step back. All right. Obviously,
Stepping backwards.
I said yesterday, like, if you go to the city, like, yeah, it is, like, people assume it is Manhattan, but people are idiots.
So
think
There are
everybody in the
different parts
world.
of the
But
city.
I think you know what the issue is, Tony. You have like this like thing where Staten Island is on this pedestal, and it's just like not everybody thinks that. I think you just have Staten Island, but it's just that's not how the general thought process is
Have you ever
here.
been there?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Second best island, third best island.
What island isn't even an island?
Wait,
so
wait,
stop
I think
that.
we have a couple. I think we have a couple comments about this. Matthew chiming in.
I
about
do love
this.
Staten Island though.
Oh, Matthew, who's from Fairfield.
I'm new. Like he brought me in.
There's
so
no
now-
way saying going to the city means Staten Island. Nobody ever said that.
That's
first
what
of
he's
all. Like,
saying.
nobody
Yes, you
ever
did
fucking
say
said that.
Yes, you said that
All I
yesterday.
said, yeah, Staten Island's part of the city. Oh, no, it's not. Like, you sound like idiotic because you're wrong. First of all, because
Hands
you're
up.
just wrong. Matt, the game going to the city means New York City. New York City, Staten Island is part of New York City. By the way, you sound stupid. The big city. How are you, Barnes? You know what was worse though. Remember, at Eastern, kids from up there would say going to the city, and they mean
100%. Yeah, there's
Like,
one city. There's one
fucking
city.
Fools, dude. What city is that for you, Brian? Stanford?
New York.
Wait, I can see that though.
What?
Stankin Island. I was
If
working
you're-
there on
Yeah.
Monday.
If you're in
Yeah,
Massachusetts,
you have to.
you're like, I'm going to the city.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Wow.
more than one city.
It's funny that there's just so much conversation on this topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're
I
expecting
almost got Tony.
a
Wow, dude.
a
Almost.
good slate of games this week, and it'll be fun to recap the Jets game at the Horseshoe. So we're looking forward
will.
to that.
I'm so excited for the shoe.
You're not gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, come on. Especially at the
No, it's Jets Sunday bye week. We had the bye week.
yes.
We're in sync.
No,
with
but
them.
also too, last time was ridiculous. I mean, who the hell would have ever thought, especially after week 1, that injury
Mhm.
to beat the Eagles and
Not
to
you.
be on
And
the
we
air
did.
for
No,
it. I
we
mean,
did.
it was-
Yeah, we did. Mike and I
Me and
talked
Tony,
about
we
it.
called it.
Yeah, you did not.
Well, actually, no, but we all said it, but you know what I mean. I just like going into the year, I did not expect to have that moment.
Of course.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was
So
sick, dude.
can't
No,
wait
we were
for
talking
that.
about. We've been talking. Yeah, we were talking. We've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah,
about it all the time.
seriously.
That was
All the time, dude. That's all I
ridiculous.
talk
That
about.
was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wait, Tony, are you working shoe tonight?
Yeah.
What time?
The game is at 7.
Mm.
Why? What's up?
Nothing. I was just wondering. What is it, like a hockey game?
Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing tonight, Barnes?
You know my usual Friday tradition.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just curious.
Friday tradition. Is that sad? What,
Yeah.
Okay. Friday tradition.
I heard though, like they had to turn away a couple people last time, like the how do you say it one more time?
Matinee.
The
Martiri.
Martiri with the fire marshal had to get involved in the attendance or no?
Are you serious? Wait, who said that?
Oh, I'm just kidding.
No,
It's
just-
you-
'cause you said there's
he
like-
commented,
yeah.
like saying that it was 10% full.
Dude, there's like 10 people in there. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, it's again like it was a women's game.
What does that
It
mean?
was the
No.
tournament.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It
Weird
was-
sexist?
No, like no one goes. Like not many people go to the women's games.
Why?
Well, for one, it's 2:00 in the afternoon, so it's like
Also, the
people are in
product
class.
Has nothing
it's
to do with
like-
the woman.
It has nothing to do with women at all. They're a great
The
team.
product
They're great
is
people, actually, too. All right,
ass.
they're better people than
Sorry.
you, Michael. And so it's just like the concessions were like half closed. You know, like not a lot's going on
Concessions
there. And
half
it also
closed.
was like
During the day.
it was the tournament, so it's not even like shoes playing every game.
So
You
they
know?
don't care about really. Like,
Well, no. Why would someone from Sacred Heart care about Mount St. Cloud?
I think where they messed up too, though, is why they didn't make it so that the basketball
I
team
know.
could play there as well. Because I think, especially if the basketball team was
Oh,
good,
but
it
they're-
would create some hype.
They're what's it called in the Pit Center?
They're
Yeah,
gonna revamp
huge
the Pit Center.
renovation.
Yeah,
Oh,
huge
really?
renovation of the
So
basketball.
another
Also,
stadium?
yeah,
Probably,
well,
yeah.
where the basketball team plays. Yeah, because there was no way they were gonna fit like of all the different teams that play at
I agree,
Monterey.
man,
It's like
sick.
it's
Yeah.
would have been sick, but there's no way to manage that.
And I saw too, they're now in the
MAC.
same conference as Iona
Confi.
now.
They're in the MAC.
They're gonna play
But
Iona
no more
regularly.
football.
But
though.
I mean,
And
no,
Fairfield.
there's no,
Football's
there's,
done?
no,
They're gonna be
there's no football in the MAC.
Yo, are they going to be independent?
No,
No, I think they're gonna try to stay in the NEC.
well, Bryant just did this. They switched to divisions, but there's no football team in the MAC,
Mhm.
so they moved to the Big South.
Oh,
Oh
It's-
shit!
So they're playing
Montana?
yeah, they're playing them out of
Yeah.
Rhode Island. Like it's insane. 'Cause that's the only conference that would take them.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
It's like
and I
sec-
mean, dude,
you guys do
I
something
mean,
like
you
that.
said it the other day too. Like NEC might just fold, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Yeah,
There's a lot of teams leaving the NEC.
they
It's
brought
crazy.
up like 4 D2 teams
Yeah.
in the last
Wow.
like 2 years. Like the
Yeah.
conference. That's
The
why Sacred Heart
realignment.
left.
yeah,
Realignment's crazy.
realignment is crazy.
Let's go now, though, to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle break. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rick Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Side of the net between the legs and they score. Filthy. David Pasternak. The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Right.
All
All
right,
right.
all
So
right,
an
babies.
action-packed night in the National Hockey League last night. But of course, to our pleasure here, the Rangers 3-0 in Edmonton.
Wow, who called that?
Over the Oilers. Tony with the call on that one. But one thing that slipped through the cracks here, and a bad job by Daily Faceoff. They should have had it up
They
yesterday.
should have had it up.
But veteran goalie, Stanley Cup champion, Tony, Johnny Quick getting the start. Good track record against Edmonton. He pitches the shutout here and gets the Rangers their second straight road victory.
Oh yeah, baby.
On this 5-game trip, 29 saves. You can't ask for more out of your backup goalie. I know Edmonton, down McDavid, down a top 3 player in the game. That's tough. But I don't think, this was one of those things you just walk into Edmonton and expect to win.
I did.
You have to earn it. And that's what the Rangers did last night. Very, very impressive win here. And what stood out to you, other than quick, Tony, how they were able to get this one done?
Honestly, dude, I not not to toot my own horn, but I was like super impressed with how right I was on this game here. But probably the one thing that really like was an outlier for me was Alexis Lafreniere. I'm gonna pull up some highlights of him in the game last night, dude. Just a couple plays, nothing crazy. The first thing that I want to show is just some fucking sweet dangles, dude, of his. This should be, I think this upcoming play is right after. Yeah, dude, right here. So you can see Alexis Lafreniere. Yeah, you already saw it right there, dude. You can see him come up the right wing here. Just takes the puck into the neutral zone, skating hard, some dangles, and you can see this foolish defenseman on the Oilers just absolutely lose himself. And gives Laffy a nice little backhand action. Skinner there does make a nice glove save on Laffy, but again, this is like early on in the second period. So he just starts to get cooking. We're gonna fast forward now to his goal about early in the third or late in the second period. Let's see, gonna be right here. Absolutely, yeah, beautiful one-timer from Lafreniere. You see the feed from I want to say it was Kreider had the feed to him. Cross ice. Beautiful look, dude. Yeah, Skinner was tight, dude. But Lafreniere got some phenomenal lift on that puck. And again, it was just about being in the right place at the right time. The vision. I mean, look at these guys. Honestly, he's just sitting there in the circle. Tremendous vision. You got 3 forwards down low. Trouba's there just in case. And I mean, the Oilers they have 4 bodies down here, and they can't defend 3 guys. I
mean, but is that bad coaching, Tony? That they're set up like that, or you think bad execution by the players?
I mean, dude, there's no way the coach tells them what to do this. So that's just yeah, exactly. Literally, this guy right here should be man up on Lafreniere, right? I mean, again, you have 3 guys covering 2 over here. Trouba's covered the blue line. Like, this guy is just fucking like, what are you doing? He's watching the puck, and then and then Lafreniere with it on the stick, right on the tape, baby. Oh, it was from Panarin, actually. I mean, again, like defenseman. I mean. Look where Panarin's eyes are. Like, he's looking at Lafreniere the entire time. Looking the pass.
Yeah, they're frozen.
Wide open.
They're frozen.
Absolutely frozen. Skinner almost gets it. That's why he was tight. But Lafreniere absolutely playing his ass off last night. The goals were great. I did say, too, one defenseman that could be standing out would be Schneider. Schneider had a great goal, too, last night. Fox had a phenomenal goal early on. I think was the first goal of the game. And it was like Fox was down 1-2. I think it might have been on the power play. But yeah, dude, it was great. And then I guess one other thing I probably wanted to show actually was Kreider's goal, which was sick. Actually, I don't think it ended up in Kreider's goal. I don't think he had a goal last night. But anyway, forwards were just doing a phenomenal job all game with just threatening Skinner. And again, I know Edmonton just does not have great defense. But geez, dude, I mean, I just feel like the Rangers had so much time and space. I think it starts right here with a nice, physical play. Dude, look at this hit by Trouba. And I talk about it a lot. Brian makes fun of me for it, but love Trouba, dude. He loves laying the body. Again, you're going to see this moronic Edmonton Oiler. He's going to get the puck head down at center ice. And dude, Trocheck comes out of nowhere. Just, see you
Trouba
later,
or
dude.
Trocheck?
Trocheck, right there.
Trocheck. Okay.
Did I say Trouba?
Yeah, you did say Trouba, and I was confused. I was like, I guess I said like his salary sign.
No. You don't like Trocheck, but yeah, Trocheck, and then he goes skating. Adam Fox picks the puck, rushes to the net, and look at this. Adam Fox, obviously great player, great offensive defenseman here. Skinner's gonna make a great save on him, but look at who comes flying in too. Again, like nothing ever happens, but just a play like that, Kreider comes in out of nowhere. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we want your forwards to be doing. Like cause some type of play in front, tight to Skinner, and then have somebody flying in for a rebound. Rangers were doing that all night last night. I mean, they played some phenomenal hockey. They pitched shutout against the Oilers. Obviously, I think third period was Schneider's goal, I want to say, that made it 3-0. And then the rest of the third period was just a quick highlight reel. I mean, he had some crazy glove saves, veteran goaltender, chill in the crease. I gotta absolutely love it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like I said before, I mean, you can't ask for more out of your backup goalie.
Yeah.
37 years old, Hamden, Connecticut, Tony. So I'm surprised
Hamden, dude.
you haven't had a slight about that one.
Well, I talked about that, dude.
You in Connecticut.
Hates Connecticut.
Never gets old. Never gets
Well,
old.
I mean, Hamden's never done anything to me. I guess.
Worst pizza.
Fairfield County, on the other hand. Is Hamden in Fairfield County? No, it's not, right?
New Haven County.
New Haven County.
Oh, New Haven.
Gotta know your counties, Tony.
I don't know the county. Well, I mean, imagine it's like saying Fairfield County is only Fairfield, So,
It is crazy. I know it was kind of a smaller sample size, but if you go back 2 seasons here, quick, 46 starts, 2.59 goals against. So, I know he didn't really get to play much in Vegas and didn't have the best start with the Kings, but at 37, I think this is everything the Rangers could hope for.
Yeah, man. And again, this guy has won the cup before. It's there. The talent is certainly there. The experience is there now. You brought him in as a backup goaltender to have that playoff experience, for younger guys. And to kind of lean on when you need to. And that's exactly what he's doing. And at his age, I think it's the perfect role.
So yeah, he's done a good job. You hope that he can, any type of way he can help, Igor, just with anything, any type of little tweaks. Cause I know he hasn't got off to the best start, but we all believe in Igor that he'll, end up having one of the top goalie seasons in the NHL. And we'll see him most likely back on the ice tomorrow in Vancouver. So a good opportunity to win that one, to go to 6-2, and to get off to a really strong. That would be what, 3-0 on the road trip, Tony?
That would be correct, dude.
And then what are the remaining 2?
Let's see. Sunday off. Monday they play the Jets. That would make sense. Winnipeg.
And then, geez, I think there's one kind of tougher.
Who else is over there, dude?
Who must be Thursday. Forgetting? Go to Thursday.
Thank you.
Make it.
Hurry. They're back home against Hurricanes. Yeah.
Wait, so?
Oh, that's right, because they're 3-0 on the road right now. Oh, they're playing Vancouver and then Winnipeg. That's the 5 game. That's the 5 games.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's a job well done by the Rangers. So good.
Yes.
Good.
They already won those. They already won those games.
Lock them in.
Riley, though, what happened to the Bruins last night? Huh?
You mushed them.
Was it a mush?
I don't look too much into this.
No,
game.
of course.
But we're up 3-1 in the third. Couple defensive collapses, you lose the game. You lose in 3-on-3 overtime.
Overtime, I think it happened too.
It really is
it's tough.
We got 70 more of these. It's all right.
So you're not sweating it.
Oh,
it's just one of those random things.
No. Also, it's an overtime. We still got a point. Overtime loss.
Yeah, the point is big.
6-0-1. So
you haven't lost in regulation.
Obviously, it's like, what the fuck? We just lost to the Ducks.
Yeah, what the fudge, dude?
What do you, Tony? What was your thoughts on your pick of the night? The Sharks money line 6-0 at the hands of the Lightning.
Panthers, dude.
That was his big dog.
Yeah, that was a big dog.
Big dog.
Panthers.
Yeah, he kept saying that.
Big dog.
What about
puppy?
Barnes picked right last night.
Yeah, how about the Penguins?
Yeah,
I've been surprised about that one.
Penguins,
His
dude.
dog killed.
Yeah, that was a big upset. Honestly, the Avs just absolutely thwarted by Jari, dude.
Yeah, but what's funny too, like, even though it was obviously against you with the picks, but I feel like you almost prompted me to take the Penguins. I think going into the season, I was saying they're too old, and you're saying, well, listen, it's hockey. You can have older players, their experience. They're going to be in the thick of things.
Yeah, no, definitely. And they're always competitive.
They're old and
dude.
talented.
They're always competitive. And Crosby and Malkin have been playing together forever. And Letang too. Like it's crazy, honestly.
It's all about lasting longer.
How long that they've lasted.
Yeah. In this league. It's still, I was just talking about this last night. It's like still just so insane how Letang has come back after strokes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is so insane.
Like more than one stroke.
Yeah. Talk about an animal.
And he has, I don't know, just hang it up, dude.
He probably should.
Last year he was like skating 3 days after his stroke.
Yeah.
Like it's unbelievable.
So crazy.
You know how it's gonna affect you to, like, later in life. He's only like 38.
Yeah.
I know. Love of the game, baby. That's dedication.
But
wouldn't see anybody in the NBA doing that.
But you think about all the talent on the team. Obviously we know about the 3, Crosby, Malkin, and Letang, but then the fact too that Gensel is one of the best wings in the game. You think about adding Erik Karlsson, Jari, and there's a lot of talent here. So I think there's some
Jeff
pressure on the Penguins, after a really disappointing year last year, to make some noise this year. Is it at all possible, Tony, that they're top 4 seed, or you see them more kind of middle lower in the playoff race?
Oh, Top 4 seed. I don't know, man.
You think Boston and Rangers are going to be above them, and you would feel Toronto. So that's 3. And then
it's so early on. You have Carolina. You have
can they be better? Can they outperform the Devils?
Yeah, I think so.
That would be interesting
because they have. I mean, certainly they don't have the speed or the youth, but they do have the experience.
Yeah,
they still are an incredibly
Florida
talented
should
team.
creep up. Penguins should be in the thick of it.
Yeah, even the Islanders could creep up too.
Yeah,
you'd imagine as the season goes on, you'll see Canadians drop, Blue Jackets, Flyers. Potentially. Although I watched the Flyers Wild game, they were all over the Wild.
Hulu game.
They're playing well this year.
No, ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus. Oh, you have ESPN Plus.
Manny.
Okay.
Yeah. Manny.
Thorn. And then I guess the only other thing, you mentioned the Islanders. I'm pumped to be there on Monday.
You are pumped to be there, dude.
With Lonnie celebrating his birthday. So an early birthday shout out.
Is that your first time in that arena?
Second time. I went opening night.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Beautiful arena. Not too, under an hour drive from Stanford, so not too bad. But you had the Islanders 3-2 over the Senators last night. You look at the numbers in this one. Sorokin 45 of 47 between the pipes. We know all the talent he has. Bo Horvat and Cal Clutterbuck getting the scoring going in the first, made it 2-0. But the Senators on the heels of Giroux and Chichurin. How do you say that, Tony?
Chichurin.
Chichurin answering back 2-2. But Tony, Corey was telling me he's riled about this guy, Noah Dobson, with the game winner there.
He's good.
Was he a first rounder, like a lot of hype type of deal? Or
I think so. I'm trying to remember. I'm talking about him last year. First round, 12,
2018. Okay.
12.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
PE. What does that stand for?
Prince Edward's Island.
I would imagine.
Prince Edward Island. Very,
Province,
very good there, guys.
Canada.
So that'll be a good time.
Did you see the suspension given to the Senators?
Yeah.
Betting the season.
Crazy.
And the funniest thing is their helmets are Bet365. Like they're sponsored
and
by
it wasn't on hockey.
It wasn't on hockey.
It's ridiculous.
I don't get that.
That is kind of ridiculous.
It's like the Calvin Ridley suspension from a couple years ago. Insane. But that's just kind of how it is.
That is pretty crazy, dude. Not even on that sport, dude.
No, I know.
I knew a kid who got canned from the NBA for betting on
NBA TV.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy.
That's tough.
They literally
wait. If you work at NBA TV, you can't bet on games.
Yeah, I couldn't bet on baseball or hockey for a couple of years.
How do they? I mean, how do they?
Dude,
check
they
that?
figured out. This kid had made like a fake email too, and was placing bets, and literally one day they just take him out of the office and fire him.
Holy shit! How does that
pack
affect
your shit, dude?
Your work though,
because you do get inside information. You know things before anyone else knows.
True.
You get.
When the lines
you get press
maybe?
releases, you get press releases early in the morning about shit lineups, injury reports before anyone else gets out there.
Now, this is a crazy scenario, but I'm just thinking about how somebody would possibly circumvent this. Just hypothetical, would this work? So you have somebody that is a friend of yours, okay? They don't have social media, and none of it is over text. It's all in-person communication. They take care of all the bets. Would there be a way? Are they really tapping the house? I don't know.
I doubt it at that point, unless unless it's crazy $1 million bets.
But that's the thing. There's always a trace, Tony. There's always a trace.
I mean, is your buddy a rat? Do you trust him?
Yeah.
Well, I know.
You're fine. I knew my cousin used to have a guy at the game. He used to send guys to college games because they know what's happening.
Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah. Yeah. He'll tell him yo, this just happened. Make a live bet for this. They'll get a cover in the last few seconds, whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy nonsense, dude.
Craziness.
Honestly, betting.
It's nice. I think last Friday we only had 1 or 2 games. We have 6 tonight. So we're able to put some picks in here. We could go 3 apiece, Tony. Some good games. The NHL Network game, 6:00 start, kind of interesting. Vegas, the local time, that's only 4:00 out there in Las Vegas. But
very interesting.
Hosting Bedard in the Blackhawks. Knights haven't lost yet, so that could be a sneaky spot. And how about this? Same odds the Bruins had against the Ducks last night. So,
wow.
And the Bruins also hadn't lost the game either. I know, yes, overtime loss. And I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday. Why not just keep it you get a point for an overtime loss, but just get rid of the column? Why do we need the column?
What do you mean?
Like the overtime loss.
You know what I mean? Like, get the point. Like, even if you lose the game in overtime, but just get rid of that column. I feel like we don't need the third column.
Well, the column just shows you how many points you have to add on.
No, not the but like, but I'm saying if you go to standings, it shows your total points. You don't need, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think it's just for you to realize, like, oh, like that happened in overtime, like.
Yeah,
3-on-3.
But to me, I mean, I guess maybe shootout is different, but
so
like,
especially would you just put it in the loss column?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I just feel like it's just more symmetrical, than having to like add all these overtime losses. Oh well, they only lose in overtime. Regulation, they're great, but they just lose a lot. I feel like that's just crazy. It's like you lost, you won. The rules are the rules.
Overtime is a different game, like the 3-on-3.
Yeah, no, that is true. But I think shootout is different. But I think
and a shootout too.
Yeah, but just kind of interesting. But anyway. What do you got here, Tony?
Food for thought.
What are you leading off with?
I'd like to have just food, honestly.
Chili dog, a nice dog.
I'm going after this.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Tony's tight.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna get the Kings tonight, right? 10 o'clock, ESPN Plus, the Coyotes. Kings only laying -125. Again, I feel like people are fading the Kings this season already. Kind of ridiculous. There was some guy I was looking at in the Kings. It wasn't Fiala. It was some new dude.
Some new dude.
What's his name? Pierre.
It might have been
Luc
Trevor.
Dubois.
It might have been Pierre-Luc Dubois. No, it wasn't. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Trevor Moore. He had a couple goals last game. But I don't care. Cam Talbot maybe getting the nod for the start. I would imagine that. I really should open Daily Face-Off, even though they did burn us yesterday.
They did burn us
on the Rangers too. Like it's not even, and I know it's early, but there's no excuse, dude.
They apologize.
Vejmelka confirmed to the Coyotes. Cam Talbot unconfirmed, but you imagine, I don't care. Vejmelka, Arizona, I believe too.
Yes.
I mean the State University. I mean, I'm sure it's a great campus and all, but give me a freaking break. Give me the Kings. Talbot, let's get his first shutout of the season. They win 4-0.
I know I was just kind of talking about this and I'm going against what I said. I was tempted to go with Bedard, but they only have 4 points this year. It's going to be a long season. So I think the Knights will take this one.
And
so
you took the Bruins yesterday, right?
I did take the Bruins. So I'm making the same mistake again. Same odds, undefeated team, same scenario.
It won't happen twice.
Shame on you again.
Yeah, it probably won't happen twice. Though.
Yeah.
So
probably.
That's pick number 1 for me.
But it could.
It could.
I'm looking at this Devils Sabres game, and I don't know, man. Devils
I was going to take the Devils.
I know it. Devils bit me in the ass. Sabres bit me in the ass before, too.
I just don't want to take them, but
I know. I might just.
Like the smart pick.
I'll leave it alone. Oh, man.
Take your Sharks, Tony.
Yeah.
They're going to win eventually, right?
Yeah.
Take the Dogs. The Dogs.
What are you still 1 game ahead of me?
Actually, yeah. You have 19 points. I have 21, so 2 points.
Oh. Where the fuck did that happen?
Last night, we both, what was the deal? I was up 1. I was already up 1, and then the game, the football game, is what did it in for you. Yeah, spread. Because we both went 2-1 last night.
2-1 in hockey,
and then you picked the Bills.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, dude. We're allowing what?
Damn, dude. The Blues in the back-to-back. The Blues win last night is the question because I was watching them for a hot second. They did win 3-0.
I think you were loving having the ESPN Plus option.
I mean, it is nice. The only thing that sucks was that the fucking Rangers game was blacked out yesterday.
Oh,
but dude, it is sick. Like any game. I have to put it on. Dude, any game and any broadcast. Like I can watch the Flames broadcast or the Blues broadcast.
Double box it.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I gotta get into this, dude. This is ridiculous.
No, ESPN Plus is the best.
Yeah,
it is.
I gotta buy that immediately, dude.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm surprised somebody at that house doesn't have it already.
UFC fights.
The UFC fights. Honestly, like someone may, but I mean, I don't know anyone in that house anymore, dude. So the house I'm moving into, you're saying?
Also, if you're,
but I think you'll get to know them now.
It's great for college football too.
Yeah. With the drinking, I'm sure you could slip it into a casual conversation. Yo, ESPN Plus.
Yo, ESPN Plus. Do you mind if I have the
Thorn? Thorn has ESPN Plus. Just text him.
I don't think Thorn does it.
Yes, he does. So. Michael, doesn't Thorn?
No, there's no way, dude.
He has it from someone else.
Yeah, he definitely takes it from someone else, without a doubt.
Thorn.
Thorn.
My advisor.
He is your advisor, right?
He is my advisor.
Yeah, I
yeah, he's awesome.
He's a shit advisor that was ever around.
Yeah, he doesn't really hit.
Always on the golf course.
I always try to apply for my schedule, and I have to hit him up like 4 times.
All right, focus.
You're taking the Blues.
No, give me the Canucks.
Wow.
Give me the
wow,
Canucks.
Okay.
Not the who's the guy? Kuzmenko.
Kuzmenko.
Kuzmenko on the Canucks. JT Miller. No, I'm thinking of Vancouver right now.
Quinn Hughes.
It's Vancouver. Yeah, Quinn Hughes is on. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Thought so, dude. Give me the Canucks. Yeah, Elias. The Blues in the back-to-back. They're tired. The legs are soft right now. Vancouver at home, -190. Should be -335, dude. Give me Vancouver winning 5-2.
You know what? I don't care. I'm going to just take the Hurricanes. I know it's crazy taking these heavy favorites. It doesn't work out.
Honestly, yeah, you love the favorites. Were you the company now?
But I think the Hurricanes, expect better. Nikas, Aho. I think they get the scoring going. And I think the Sharks get embarrassed second night in a row on the road. And the Hurricanes, you could take them -1.5. Maybe it's -2 if they're 440.
Maybe 3.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Hurricanes. We're gonna go 5-0. Anti-Ranta, Tony, between the pipes tonight.
That's Tony's
So you have
team.
the Hurricanes, the Golden Knights.
I didn't take a third game yet. You're about to take your third game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I only took 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. The Kings and the Canucks. This is wow.
Wait, how many games are there?
6.
Right? So whatever game you pick.
So we have Sabres, Devils, and
Or
Wild
Capitals.
Caps.
Both are
I
just kind of
know,
like,
dude. But the Wild in the back-to-back
That's
just
a
got
good game, though.
what Wild
Sabres
Caps.
Devils is a good game.
Sabres
Sabres
Devils is a good game. In my opinion, I think the Sabres get fucking shellacked.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But I'm gonna take Washington at home against the Wild. The Wild again, another team in the back-to-back. They lost against the Flyers for God's sakes. Matt Zuccarello looking kind of sluggish.
Old.
He is old.
Fleury, old.
Fleury is also old, and Caps, Ovechkin.
On a back-to-back.
Caps aren't on the back-to-back.
No. The Wild.
Oh, the Wild on the back-to-back, exactly.
I'm on your team.
Caps, let's go. Ovechkin taking advantage of the back-to-back. He's strong. Only 2 goals so far through 6 games. Seems kind of light for him too. He's bound to go off. So give me the Caps. Ovi with a hat trick. They win 3-0.
Wow, Ovi with a hat trick.
Yes, he's due for one. He's overdue.
He's due. Love
Overdue.
averages.
So go ahead. Pick another favorite.
No, just because you say the Devils walk in the park. Give me the Sabres.
Yes.
Need a nice dog, Tony. So give me
dog.
Buffalo.
The
3-2 overtime. Tage Thompson. We've said it a million times.
I hope you go 0-3.
The Sabres go to
Fading
4.
Staten Island. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Sharks.
The Sharks, dude.
Oh man, but yeah. So hopefully, this will be a good night of hockey. Rangers. I didn't realize too Canucks were 4-2, so it's not a walk in the park, but a game they should win tomorrow.
Yes.
10 o'clock. So a little late night viewing there. You think you're going to be able to watch it, Tony? Tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Saturday,
10 o'clock.
hockey game. I think I'm working is at noon. So
but MSG at Manny's problem, right? No.
Yeah, I don't understand why. It's only sometimes it's blacked
Stream
out.
it.
No, it's just
Yeah, I
not.
can stream it,
Unless it's an ESPN Plus national broadcast, it's blacked out.
Really?
Yeah, on ESPN Plus, you're not going to get a local game. It's the same thing with
if you're local.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
don't
kind
get-
of so beat.
But
dude.
I feel like
That's
too,
so
because
beat.
I have
So
MSG
beat.
on cable, but then I still feel like I can't stream. It's weird. I don't know. Their apps are on all platforms. Probably just James Dolan being a rat. Honestly,
it definitely is, dude.
it was just never easy to stream stuff on MSG.
Probably also the cable companies just being rats too, dude.
Yeah.
Since I left my apartment and canceled my cable, they probably call me every other day.
Oh,
It's like, hey, why'd you cancel? Well, we can offer you this right now. And I'm like, hey, I'm moving into a house. They have cable. Well, if they want to take your cable because your account is still open, you can get a cheaper deal. Shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Optimum,
really
bitch.
nonsense.
Optimum sucks too. They're rats.
Absolute.
That company
nonsense.
should be dissolved. It should be illegal to be Optimum.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking kidding me.
Let's go quickly, Tony, to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All
Just
right,
like that,
all right.
dude.
A couple games in the NBA last night. First, wanted to start with though, because I know at the beginning of the show, Michael, you were saying 0-2 tonight.
Definitely.
But did you catch the opening night game against the Celtics?
Yeah, they're just a C team, dude.
I mean, there wasn't like one thing that you liked from watching the game.
No, I'm even looking at a photo of all of them right now, and I'm just like so disappointed. This is the Knicks team.
Wow. I really thought though when they made that run in the third quarter that they were going to do it.
No, that's just the Knicks.
You know, I have this.
And there's
thing.
Porzingis, who we drafted,
Yeah, I know.
dropping 30 in the Garden.
No, but I was saying yesterday that was that was a perfect move for the Celtics. Porzingis, no expectations, no responsibility. Could just
He's gonna be an all-star.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean it's insane because he was in all these terrible situations, the Wizards, the Mavs, where he's trying to like lead a team, and now he's the fourth option.
I know.
So that's kind of crazy. And then Dame last night, you must have been riled to see that. No?
I am riled. You can't double him anymore.
39 points, 8 rebounds, a game which I think their lead was like double digits, but they end up squeaking by one. I think Sixers hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer. So failing to cover the number there. I feel like NBA for like spreads is like the toughest thing to bet on, especially you got to cover 6.
God,
like how do you like
basketball in
by
general,
4 or
even, like,
5?
college basketball, like during March Madness, spreads are
So
always
crazy.
just like
Unbelievable.
so many bad beats.
In the Milwaukee Bucks money line, I mean, they must have been like minus 360. Like if you wanted to take them, like with a 6.5 point spread.
So I watched the game last night. I don't like the Bucks, but he changes that offense.
Yeah,
17 to 17 from the line.
The way that Giannis can now not get doubled anymore.
I know.
And now he creates so much space on the floor. But he might not even do anything on offense. Just the way he opens up on the floor creates so much for Giannis to do his running back dive to the hoop.
Brooke Lopez
Shooting from 3, made a couple threes last night. I will say though, I didn't have any big expectations for Philly. Philly did look Kelly Oubre was good last night. He was a big piece of them. He's on a minimum contract. He dropped 27 points last night. Joel Embiid still looked good. The Harden situation's weird. It depends on where you think that team's gonna finish. No one knows, but the Bucks did look good last night.
Yeah. Where do you guys think Harden goes? Home to eat?
I have no idea. Dude. I don't know how he's
back to Houston to the strip club.
No, but I can't think of somebody with that type of talent that really mess up their end of their career like he has.
Should look in the mirror.
You know.
But I mean, I really like after forcing all these trades, I don't know if any team like will take him. I really don't.
And also, don't hear about the Dwight Howard situation?
Oh
yeah, but I don't. Where was like? I just know there were
dude.
sexual assault allegations, but what did they? I didn't.
Transgender.
That's what it's from.
Yeah,
I thought it was another man.
Well, he's a
teammate.
No.
Oh,
no.
Maybe that was something different then.
That was of him grabbing Isaiah Cannon's pee-pee.
No. I thought.
All right.
That's your NBA talk.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't think of like
Cisgender.
one team that makes
ex-boyfriend.
One team that makes sense for Harden.
Also, what are they going to give up from? Like, what are you giving?
Nothing.
You don't know what you're getting. Yes,
no idea, dude.
He had some points per game last year. But you don't know what you're getting from him. So what are you going to give up players that are
maybe the Knicks swap out Fournier's contract?
Oh my God.
I'm telling you though, because you had him with the Celtics. I mean, don't you think though he could just if he's off the bench, just firing threes?
When we got him on the Celtics, it was the COVID year, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like he's gonna be a big shooter for us." He was awful.
Yeah,
he was awful for us. I thought it was hilarious when he got benched last year, just with his contract.
When what was it? Was it the year before he set? I think he set the franchise record for 3-pointers.
Oh, really?
Fournier. Like 2 years ago.
He's so beat
for a single season. Tony.
What did I do?
No, because you have so many different laughs. Like there's a serious laugh, there's a sarcastic laugh, there's the in-between laugh. We can start doing bites, honestly, on that. And then the other game from last night, we saw the Lakers down 12 after 1, rallying to beat the Suns.
But no Beal,
100-95.
No
Durant,
no
39 points, 11 rebounds. Bull DNP as always. And you look at the Lakers. Davis 30 points, 12 rebounds. Had a big game. LeBron, 21 points and 9 assists. So after a weak performance against the Nuggets, they bounced back here. But like we were talking about yesterday, would have been nice to see the Suns at full strength with this matchup.
This game showed me nothing really.
Yeah,
you beat them by 5 points with basically the Suns B team with KD trying to carry the whole team, and Lakers fully healthy. So I mean, and AD goes for 30. Like we saw what he did in the second half against the Denver Nuggets. Like, cool, dude. We'll see. I don't. This team is very odd to me. This Lakers team, made up of like Gabe Vincent, Austin Reed. Like, it's just
They're beat.
Yeah, I think they're very awkward. Very
The
weird.
Lakers. Yeah, I mean,
They're
well,
going
I
to be in
mean-
a conversation to get someone in the trade deadline.
Just because you get LeBron in the playoffs and he's off his restriction, and then yeah, it's like they could sneak as an 8th seed, then they're in the conversation. But it's like,
yeah. I mean, I feel confident with basketball. Like I know what
he's
I'm
the
talking
only
about.
good player on
Just
that team.
after the Giannis, like manifesting the Giannis championship. Ever since then, I feel like I could just have that
it
vision
was
to
one
see
and one and done.
what's good,
One
what's
and
not.
done. You said the Lakers last year. They
wait,
went to
so who's your
playoffs.
pick right now?
Who did actually,
Just say it.
No, we
Say
made
it
the.
now.
Yeah.
Don't think.
No, don't
No,
think. Do it.
Who's gonna win the NBA championship?
Uh,
Who's gonna win the NBA
I
championship?
think I said the Nuggets, didn't I?
I think you
Back
should
to
say
back?
Nuggets,
dude.
son, and I think I said back-to-back championships.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It
great.
was just a well-coached team.
well coached.
You know,
Very well coached.
Watch, we'll go back to the footage. I said something completely different.
I
But
don't know.
I'm pretty sure I
That's
said
not
no.
a
No, I
spicy
definitely said the
pick.
Nuggets.
Should've
No,
said
no.
the Wizards. We could have clipped it.
I think I said Miami winning.
But yeah, Tony
stink.
with his Miami.
I think you just like saying Miami.
It really is true though. You do like say it, Tony.
I guess so.
Boston Celtics.
Do the Celtics win the ESPN game tonight against the Heat?
Oh, it's gonna be a great game. I'm very excited for it.
Do they win?
9-point
I
favorites.
think we win.
That's big.
Yeah, 9-point favorites.
Butler hurt or something?
What the hell? Yeah, really.
No, I don't think anyone's hurt.
9 is crazy though.
That is ridiculous.
If I was a betting man, I'll take the Heat. But
Yeah, what
when
is-
it comes
what
to
is
my
Vegas now,
favorite
dude?
teams, I never bet against them. So I'm gonna take the Celtics -9.
That line's got to move by the end of tonight, dude. I'm sure.
And Michael, I think the Knicks can be the. I don't think the Hawks are that good.
No, the
Like,
Knicks
Trae
are-
Young missing 20 shots. Like I don't know. I don't think that's like a walk
Knicks
in the
on the
park.
road. I hate you.
Atlanta's 1.5-point home favorite.
I just don't. I think you guys are getting fooled by the Knicks. And I
no,
think,
but I'm saying I'm
they
just
look
talking
good.
Hawks though. I think
I'm just talking Knicks.
They looked good though.
I don't want you to be so beaten down though, Michael. I honestly don't.
I need. There's just. I need a bowl trade. To the
Oh
Knicks
my
now.
gosh.
But there has to be some other silver lining besides Bowl.
There-
Tony said you were in the research lab yesterday. Highlights.
Yeah, I'm watching highlights.
Yeah,
I watched
Bo
Zion.
and Zion.
I watched Zion. Zion looks
Zion.
great. Did you see
Joe
Zion? Game 1?
Yeah, nasty.
Dude, he looks
Fantasy team.
great.
He looks great.
6th round
They're
pick.
gonna trade him.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Keeper.
Yeah.
Keep
Dwight Howard.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Keep it 20 hours. Oh,
Last thing here,
No one's
fellas.
keeping Dwight Howard.
What are we thinking? World Series starts tonight. What type of series are we getting here between the Rangers and the Diamondbacks?
7.
I know. I said Rangers in 7 to be honest, but I mean, game 1 for sure goes to the Rangers. Zach Gallen historically this postseason has been absolute dog shit. 2-2, 5.24 ERA. Nathan Eovaldi, I mean, he's been a great starter so far.
The Diamondbacks.
Cannot believe it, dude.
Rangers have lost their last 3 home
Seeing
games.
that logo,
Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And Diamondbacks have come back. I feel like in every series they've had too, right?
Right.
So I feel like this
Right.
postseason they have not started off well. Probably partly because they always have Zach Gallen leading off
Yeah.
their series. So give me Rangers here at home -160. The over-under is at 8. I say that goes under. I say maybe the Rangers win this game, maybe like 5-2.
And then what's the series? How many games?
I said Rangers in 7. But,
Rangers in 7.
it's either gonna be Rangers in 7 or like Rangers in 4, dude. Honestly.
What do you think, Ray?
I was originally on the Rangers, but I'm getting back
Foolish.
to my true self.
The roots.
The roots.
Well, you're
the
not
spring
yourself.
break vacations.
I have not
The
been myself this
Diamondbacks
year.
games. I'm gonna wear the jersey tonight during the game.
You're gonna jinx it.
Wow.
Give me
Eddie.
the
You're wearing
Diamondbacks
it now.
to win at home.
Like, why wouldn't you wear it on
in
the show?
Game 5. D-backs in 5.
Wow. I'm gonna say Rangers in 7.
Wow.
And it's gonna be the lowest rated World Series game of all
Oh
World
my
Series
God.
of all time.
Yankees.
Dog, listen
Chris
to Dog's
Russo.
coverage on it. He'll tell you.
I don't care about Dog right now. He should be retired. He should be retired by now.
Yeah, but anyone could tell you.
Yo,
this
you
is
should
gonna
have
be
heard
close.
Michael K. It's just an outrage. He makes a statement like that. This is what sports radio is nowadays.
Oh
Mm.
God, he's just jealous.
He honestly
Yeah.
is so jealous.
He's
That's
so
just how much
jealous.
money
Michael
Chris
K.
Russo makes. Yeah, Michael K. is a loser.
Michael
And
K.
he's a big
Yeah, big
turd.
loser.
Michael
Dude,
K.
speaking of Michael K, I was watching the Calgary game last night, ESPN Plus, and Alexa Dot was doing the intermission report.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Alexa Dot is.
No.
Peter Rosenberg's ex-wife. dude.
Yeah,
The divorce. And
she
she's
knows to leave that
happy.
weirdo.
Yes.
That thumb-looking
She's
character.
so happy, dude. I can't believe because she used to work at MLB Network.
He's
the
such a
Rundown.
slob.
Great show, dude. She was great on the,
The
Rundown.
affair.
The affair with Tony in the editing room was crazy, dude.
Yeah, Tony did it.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Last comments here on the way out.
Tony.
Josh B. Michael, how are you so high on the Jets and so low on the Knicks? Where does this make sense?
Yeah, Michael.
and
Jets
then-
are an actual good team.
Yeah, Zach
And then,
Wilson.
and then Matt says, jealous bastard, get divorced and have an affair. So look at yous. Look at yous. So some good comments there on the way out. Having fun with it like we will at the Horseshoe Sunday, 6:30. Can't wait to see all
Can't
you
wait.
there. A great week of shows this week, and we really appreciate everybody who commented, liked, subscribed, joined the conversation. And we encourage you to look at all the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, merch at downtime.tv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the games, and we will see you on Sunday. Come on.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.